Hey everyone, welcome to this week's show. You can see we're doing a little different format here. Corey and I have been working on this a little bit, playing around with the format. Speaking of which, I'd like to welcome Corey to the show.
Family?
Yeah, always, buddy. It's a good time. Helping me out with this, making it a little different, making little changes here. Yeah, but I think it's going to be better in a way because you're going to be able to see what we're looking at instead of using the TV to review everything. You probably can't even see anything on the TV. But what an exciting week! We have a lot to go over today. We're going to go over a crazy week 5. I've never seen anything like that in this league. A bunch of big trades to go on top of it. Week 6 preview. And before we get into that, I know there was a little talk about a stat correction thing going on not long ago. Just so you know, guys, you can check stat corrections that are going to go through the web browser version. So if you go into I think it's under stats, at the bottom, stat correction points or something like that, stat correction. It's there. You can see it. You can see everything that's going to go through tomorrow morning. Nothing big. A plus here, one assist can change to a goal. Nothing that impacts anything that I already checked out just out of curiosity. But yeah, just in case you guys want to keep track of that for up to date, like what's it going to take to win, then yeah, you have the information. All right, so let's get into the fun here, man. What a week! I know I was on the edge of my seat all night. I watched the Rangers go to that shootout because it had huge implications for me, right? So I was really invested in this week. But Corey, first matchup here we're going to talk about. Why don't you tell me about Le Champion tying Suck My OJ?
Yeah, so Neil's staying undefeated here, getting the 6-6 tie. Traded for Georgia this morning, got him in the win, which got him the tie for the week right at the end of the night. Close one down to the wire. There's not much to be said. Two big teams here. Neil staying undefeated. Shane 3-1-1 now. So
4-1. Yeah, 3-1-1. Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah.
I was watching. I needed a PIM. One penalty would have got me that win. Another goal, but I was asking a lot for a goal. Like I had 4 goals today to put me within one. I wasn't getting too greedy. With that PIM, I could be greedy on a PIM. Someone slash someone. Come on, guys. But great week, Neil. I look forward to our second meeting because we will meet again before playoffs. Assuming we're both in a playoff spot, but we will meet again during the regular season. So I'll see you in like week, I don't know, like 19 or something like that. Corey, why don't you tell me here another close matchup? I'm going to say that a lot because every matchup was close. We have I Got Canceled defeating Daltry the Beef 8-7.
There's not much to be said here, man. Every category was really close in this one. Just coming out ahead here. One of the majority of the goalie stats, but
there's one thing to say about this one.
Oh,
Fiala.
Fiala
would have won Daltry of the week, but he picks him up and he doesn't dress him. Rookie mistake. Shades of the old Daltry right there. Not setting his lineup properly, but that's okay, you know. Great week in my opinion for both of them. Both needed that win, kind of get above 500, but only one walked away with it. So, the whole shaft here defeated Cherry Pickin' Daddy 8-6. Why don't you tell me about this?
I was watching back at our predictions from last week to see who we voted for because I couldn't remember. And I said, I'm like, Kyle's needs his goalies to come up big to win the week, and they did. And his players just let him down. Couldn't make up for it. Just 2 player stats could only get to 8-6. So,
man, Leon's been on fire.
Yeah, exactly.
Another goal tonight, like 3-point night for him again. Like Leon has been on a tear. That's a tough opponent right there. So, yeah. 4-0. Captain Crunch defeats. Get off my grass. 6-5. Ooh, what do you think of that?
That was a good matchup. I was watching that one coming down to right to the last game. He needed a +1 Dan to tie it, and then or a penalty minute to tie it. So like 2 players playing the Vancouver game could have done it. Just came up empty. 6-5, very close one. So 2 big teams going into that week though. But
Captain
Domo
Crunch
staying undefeated here. Yeah,
remaining 5-0. Perfect
Domo
record.
team.
He's got a big challenge this week, though. Coming for you, Captain. Hockey Balboa. The winless Hockey Balboa. Tying Pat, you're ready to rumble. What do you think of that?
This was a close one.
We rarely get a tie.
Like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what to
We have
say.
multiple ties this week.
Yeah, like Braden had a good week with the goal, getting Campbell. He had a good opening week for him, or like opening night.
Kind of opposites, right?
Yeah.
One
Like
gets a goalie, one gets rid of one.
Yeah, I had to get a point though, Braden.
Yeah. Interesting enough, I find like Braden 0-3 and 2 now. Not a seller. The teams with as many points, are selling right now. Like, good for you,
Yeah.
Braden. Keep yourself in here going. Yeah.
It's early. There's no point yet.
Speaking of teams that could use some points here, the Baltimore Orioles were defeated by Seaman on the ice, 9-5. Travis stretching to 0-5. What do you think of this?
This is the biggest beatdown of the week, 9-5.
How terrible is that to say? But how great in a way. Like,
showing how balanced league is getting.
That's what we talk about a lot, right? Just seeing that straight across the board. Every team's in it, like, because then you don't know. There's not gonna be a dominant team. Like, who's gonna make it? I don't know. I want to be 8 different people every year. Like, not the same playoff matchups.
This is the only game or the only matchup that you pretty much knew who was gonna win going into tonight.
Yeah,
so, stayed 9-5, and Mark's players just kept him there and got him the win.
Travis's boys though are getting healthy, at the right time in a way, right? Like, but he was in it. He came back into it. I thought he was out earlier in the weekend. A little bit of a better performance from some of his players last night, and he would have been fine. But no, like he could be dangerous over the next few weeks. So make or break for him this week. It was what it sounds like. So
1-4.
Please don't feed the goalie. Ties clef bomb. What do you got to say on this one?
This is I feel bad for Kyle. Like he could have started Vladar for Calgary and didn't realize he was starting. He got a shutout, and it would have been his week. He would have won.
I knew at like noon he was starting. Like,
and it was a close one though. This is a battle going down to the end. But
yeah,
just another tie, like third tie.
3 this week.
6-6.
Sees that we rarely see one, and we're gonna see 3 in 1 week. Like, holy shit!
Someone predicted it. Someone predicted one of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Someone that wasn't Lynn?
Nope.
Damn her. Sauce Pass defeats the Charlie Browns 8-7. Tell me about this. I know you want to.
Yeah, this was a close one. I haven't played a goalie since Thursday night, and this one I sat them throughout the whole weekend. And then Sean picked up somebody tonight, got him the shot or the saves category on me. He beat my 6 saves, and I just got lucky that my players held on to it. My St. Louis guys got me a few goals, and couldn't catch up. Good week though, Sean.
Is Sean human now? Like, that's 2 losses in a row here. I don't know. I think his aura is kind of dampening a bit here.
I don't know. They were battles though, both of them last week too, right? Like when he loses, not by much.
I would love to give him another loss. I have him next week, so in 2 weeks. So, Sean, I got to worry about Captain Crunch first.
Yeah, that's 2 big weeks.
I have a rough little patch here. Neil, I just finished playing Neil. I got Captain Crunch, who was the other 4-0 team. I got Sean, who's only 3-2 now. No big deal. I got the whole shaft the week after. Like, I got to run here. It's gonna be a fun few weeks for me at least. I enjoy those matchups. Those are the ones I look forward to.
Yep.
So now we've seen all the results here, some crazy results. Let's take a look here at our prediction standings. So we're going to talk here about the predictions. Just going to take care of this here. Sault Ste. Pass versus Charlie Browns. So we can see here 4 went in your favor and 5 were non-believers. But good on those 4. You, Charlie
Sean.
Browns even picked you. But geez,
Lynn,
you had Lynn's blessing for that, so that's why you got it. Yeah, that's a good result for the 3 of you at least. Le Champion versus Suck My OJ. Well, everyone was wrong except Lynn. Lynn knew.
Lynn going for the tie.
Going for the tie. Good record so far, Lynn.
Yeah.
We get over to I Got Canceled versus I'll Try the Beef here. It looks like it was a little less even. It was 6-3 was the thinking, and the 6 prevailed in this one. Derek picking up that win. Another close matchup.
Yep.
We got Cherry Picking Daddy versus the whole shaft. Only 3 picking Cherry Picking Daddy, and yeah, the other 6 kind of went with their gut and won. So this one was straight across the board, except someone took Get Off My Grass. Who was that? Mark had faith in Dan. That would have been a huge upset in the predictions.
Yeah. And that was a close week or close matchup too.
It could have went the other way. Just Captain Crunch pulling it off. Everyone wrong on this one, and not because Braden won.
Yeah.
Because it was a tie. Baltimore Orioles versus 7 on the ice. Pretty much everyone went with 7. One person went with Baltimore. Lynn went with a tie, but 7 pulled it out for us here. We got Please Don't Feed the Goalie here versus Clef Bomb. And I believe that was our other tie, so everyone got it wrong. Even fooled Lynn. You can see here our best record of the week was 5-3. I believe that was you.
That's me. Yeah.
A couple people at 4-4, including our resident bot here. Lynn went 4-4. We have someone who went 1-6 though, which was our low.
F bomb who didn't vote for one.
Yeah, he went 1-6. Like didn't pick that 8th fight. It's all right. Rookie mistakes. So check our overall. It does not include Lynn yet, but Lynn is at 4-4. So our overall looks like we have Daltrey in the lead at 25-15. Not far behind though. You're not far behind, 22-18.
Catching up.
And then we have myself. I'm at 20-20. That's not bad. I'm
third place for 50% though.
And Sean's also at 20-20. So
did I miss that one?
You did. Making us look like amateurs out here. But no, it was a great week for fantasy hockey. It was all over the place. And it wasn't just the scores, right? It was also the trades. Oh, did I just stop the share?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. 1 second.
An amateur hour out here.
Yeah, it's because it's right under. What I need is like right under it. Ooh, there we go.
Oh yeah, here's.
I'll go amateur hour, right? Jeez. So we're going down to back to the ninth here. We're going back in time to the ninth. I don't know what was going on here. I remember Travis freaking out a bit at work. Another injury. Braden Shen's hurt. And a deal was struck. It looks no draft picks, straight up. Travis trades Braden Shen to you for Blake Coleman. Why don't you tell me about this one?
Yeah, I know. I was talking to him about it, and I'm like, "Oh man, you're asking too much. You're asking too much." And then he just sends me it, and I'm like, "Shit, like that's a fair trade." And then I pull the trigger and find out that he's not expected to be out as long as was originally. He still is not back, but that's only been 1 week. So I was happy with taking this trade. I feel like Shen is the better player by far and the goal scorer, and I'm happy to have him come back when he's healthy.
Coleman's arguably the better grinder, though, but
Mm.
Shen will put up more points. You're right.
Yeah,
The only thing I don't like about this trade is it gives you 4 St. Louis Blues. That's a lot for one team. Like,
I know. They haven't even been scoring much, but it's every time they score, it seems like my guys are getting points though. So they haven't disappointed. They helped me get the win this week. So
yeah, I guess ride them, but
yeah,
if you run into a week where there's St. Louis has a bare schedule, you'd be in some trouble, or where they just
yeah,
get shut down, right?
it's okay.
I want you to tell me about this next trade. It's between myself and Dan. So this is a long negotiation.
You
I
tell me
reached
about
out.
that.
I reached out. Okay, so I got Bennett and a 13th. So Sam Bennett and a 13th for Kadri and a 7th. I reached out to Dan, talking to him. But I didn't even think he hadn't mentioned yet that that Bennett was on the block. I laid so much groundwork, and then he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna go see what else I get." Like, no, I get it. It's a great GM move, right? You want to know what your value is. What
Yeah.
else you can get? Maybe I could get better. I was just, oh man, I just laid so much groundwork on this deal.
Which I'll say Plum should have done for Anderson. Go get that value.
It happens
All right,
sometimes though when you have a good relationship, right? Like if this is the price and someone's matching it, sometimes you're just like, yeah, okay, I'll take that.
yeah.
You know, if I tell you, hey, this is the price for this, and that's what you're giving me, then I'm happy. I'll take that. That's all I wanted. Depends. You're not
Yeah.
wrong though. He might have
Yeah.
benefit from looking, especially with the
I
rates
think
they
he
are
would have.
now,
Yeah,
right?
I think so.
But we can't take it back. Sorry.
No.
What do you think of this trade?
I like it. If it's I don't know why Dan seems so set on selling. I think he has a really good team. His goalie situation a little iffy right now, but he's competed with the Domo this week 4-0. So I don't think he needed to get rid of him. But good pickup for you. 7th isn't a lot. Bennett's doing really well in Florida right now. So if as long as he keeps it up, it's not a bad trade at all.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't say for sure why he's doing it, but I feel like maybe he's just trying to leave his own mark on the team. He wants to do a lot of moves and just have a proper draft. Like he went into this year not even knowing what his picks were, right?
Yeah.
Because someone else dealt them. Like, so maybe he just wants to have a year to kind of reset and plan and maybe improve his keepers. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. If I inherited a team, I might be inclined to do the same. Just kind of like, okay, let's really take a year and dissect what I have here and turn it
Yeah,
into what I want it to be.
and he actually probably had the best draft picks out of anyone joining the league coming in. Because when he was left,
wasn't
pretty good.
he wasn't in a bad spot. Like, no, but now he understands how the league works, right?
Yeah.
How the point system works, the matchups. You know, I wouldn't even say he's out this year. I don't think
Yeah,
his
exactly.
priority is winning. Like, I think his priority is more just building.
Building base.
That's it. Well, here's another trade. This one again involving one of us. You're gonna see that a lot. So it looks like you traded
Monahan, Gerard, my 11th and 14th to Clef Bomb for Fowler, Kyrou, and his 2/17ths, Captain Kachucks, and please don't feed the goalies.
Yeah, this is what gave you your 4th blue.
Yeah,
You
so
only
this is
had two before picking up Shed.
yeah,
So let me
yeah.
ask you about this one there. What was going on here?
Kyrou was kind of streaky last season. I picked him up a couple times. So this season, even early on, I had him and I dropped him, and then he's just been consistent. So somebody I was interested in, I wanted an upgrade, and Fowler's been. I thought he was a good fit for my team, so I gave up an 11th for it for two guys who were underperforming.
Yeah. I think this is a good deal for Kyle. Um, not because of what he gave up or whatever, or actually exactly for what he gave up. He gave up two 17s to get two pick upgrades, right?
Yep.
So I think that is the key part of this deal, in my opinion, for Kyle at least. Although Monahan's heating up a bit, he might get some value there.
Yeah.
So if he continues to produce, either maybe Kyle just keeps him and helps make a run, or he moves him to someone who's like, hey, I can use that scoring. How
Yeah,
long
and
it'll last his run, I don't know. But
Gerard's the same. He's gotten a point per game, I think, since I traded him, and he started picking up again. But
well, Colorado's good now, right? Like their defense are all healthy now. Tay,
yeah,
Girard, and Makar all came back this week. I think
definitely
maybe
helped.
Girard a couple maybe last week, but all three were injured at one point. So just to get them back and healthy, like they're a whole different team out there.
Yeah,
Ask Demko. Interesting stat came up while I was watching the end of the Anaheim game. And this was when Anaheim only had 3 goals. So they added another 2. But in their last 3 games, they let in 17 goals at that point.
Jesus,
In their last 3 games.
it's a
Then they let 2
lot.
more in.
Yeah, there's not much he's saving.
That's rough. That's rough. I'm glad I don't have Demko, Travis. Another trade here, again, involving you.
Yeah,
Looks like you traded Jonathan Quick and a 9th for Dustin Tokarski and a 7th.
yeah. He's. I was shopping. I've been waving a goalie out there for a little bit, and no one was really biting on it. And then he just sent me us out of the blue. And Quick was the guy I kind of wanted to move out of all my goalies. The older guy, very injury prone. He's playing really good though. And so
Yeah.
to get a 7th coming back, I figured, you know what, I'm gonna take the bite. Like I picked him up on free agency earlier in the season and got a 7th for him. So, you know, he did what he had to do for me.
Kings are playing good hockey right now. So
Yeah.
not a bad goalie. Like trade him while he's a hot commodity. Um, obviously Tokarski's not the prize of that. It's 7th. But then we get into the really fast and furious trades here. You can see the first of some big goalie moves. Right after that went through, all of a sudden, it's almost like Mark wanted to get, like, he just needed to fill that hole before he traded away Gibson.
Yeah, I know.
So
It makes
Mark
sense.
moved
No.
Gibson, a 17th and an 18th, over to the whole shaft here to Nick for Ehlers, a 6th and a 7th. That was a huge deal. What do you think of this?
I think this is arguably one of the biggest deals we've had, like going one way, a 6th, 7th, and Ellers, who's not a bad player at all. And just to give up Gibson and the 2 worst picks he had, like it's good on Nick to go get the goalie that he needed. And Hippie's going to use this to rebuild his team. Clearly, he was okay with paying the price. So,
Man, I talked to him, and this was a cold offer. There was no negotiation. It was just, here you go.
really,
Just whips it out, says, this is it, puts it on the table.
you got to respect that. That's a lot of risk. That's a lot
That's
of.
that's
A
a
lot.
calculated big offer, right? You want the guy, though. This shows you. You want the guy. You think he's going to be a difference maker? Honestly, what's he going to do with the 6th in the draft? Is he going to get a Gibson? He's not going to get a Gibson.
No.
So you pay when it makes sense to pay, and good on him. He's got Gibson and Vass now. That's a dangerous duo.
And Holtby too.
And yeah, you can't count Holtby out. He's just carrying Dallas to a decent start, right?
Yeah.
So that's a dangerous goalie trio, but that's a big trade. I like the trade. Honestly, I like it for both players.
Yeah,
But I like it more for Nick. Like it just makes more sense for Nick. Whew, we cooled off a bit with the next one.
and we're not in it.
We're not in. Is that the first one?
But
No, that's the second one. We just talked about one.
oh, true.
So looks like Provorov in a 14th went to Hockey Balboa for a ninth rounder from that went to Dan. What do you think of that?
I think like it's we were talking about in the standings earlier that like Belbo was buying into it still, even though he hasn't won yet. He's still looking to improve his team, which I like to see. And I think in ninth, there's not a lot to pay. Provorov, I think we expected a better start, but he's not doing too bad. So I think it fits. It fits both teams here.
Yeah, I value Provorov at around a 10th myself. Like that's just where I in my mind, that's what I would. I wouldn't say that's what I will pay for him, but that's the most I would pay for him. That's his max value. But a ninth is not far off, right? So good on Dan for getting that ninth, and good on Hockey Balboa. Like Braden's still kind of working, tweaking his team, trying to get out of the rut he's in. So
Yeah.
oh, we got Clefbaum again. So I think Travis realized, I need to get rid of some of these goalies I had, hoarding five. Although he still is. He traded
Yeah.
Halak in a 13th over to Clefbaum for Eberle in a 17th. What do you think of that?
I think it's good. Like Epperle is doing pretty well over there in Seattle, right? And to get a 13th back for a guy he did pay a little bit more for earlier in the season. Now that Demko's not doing too well, doesn't look good to trade this a reliable backup. But
I think his point too was like he has a lot of injuries. He needed some forwards,
yeah, you need to get those
right?
games in.
And
So
Eberle,
he got
I
a
think
good
he has
return.
7, 8 goals.
Yeah, he's doing well.
Yeah.
So I think it good for both teams.
I know you want to talk about this one. So why don't you even tell me about it? This is you and Hockey Balboa here.
Yeah, well, we had the big goalie trade the night before, and the night or two before, I can't remember. And I made a joke about like, oh, I'd if people are going to pay that much, then I'd sell a goalie too. So Braden's like, "What's your price on Campbell?" So this is what we came to. He said he didn't know that it was Kakinen in the deal and it was supposed to be Drager. But Letang and Campbell in a 17th and 18th over to Hockey Balboa for Kaprizov, Kakinen for the Minnesota, and 6th and 7th round pick. What do you think of that, Shane?
I like it. I like Kaprizov like a lot. I think he's great. I mean, that's the only reason I have Zuccarello on my team because he's going to ride his coattails. He's going to get points by proxy. Um, that's a great return on a starting goalie. I'm not a big fan, to be honest, of your goalie situation now that you moved him out. Definitely not a big fan of it. But luckily, you're my opponent, so I don't really care. But
Fair.
I think that's a big hole that's left open now, and whew, and he's been playing well already for Hockey Balboa. But he wanted the player. He wanted him bad enough that he paid the price. He paid the iron price. He put a young goalie in, even though it was the goalie he didn't think was in it. Good on you, Braden. I must say, I'm happy that you didn't complain about it. You said, "Hey, this is what happened," but you know what? It doesn't matter, right? Because it's too late. So I like that you owned up to your mistake and yeah, you just accepted it and moved on. I know a lot of people sometimes get a little hard on Braden. I think he thought I was pretty angry there this weekend when I was saying, "Hey, don't message me about your trades going through. Your trade will be pushed through." I wasn't really going on a rant. Maybe it seemed that way, but
Just
I am a
another
little
weekend.
tired of having everyone message you once they make a trade. Hey, put it through. Oh, is that what I'm supposed to do? Oh, fuck. I'm just
You're new
gonna
to this. You're new to
stare
this.
at
You
it for
haven't been
3
around for
days.
long.
Like Jesus Christ. I'm gonna get on. Boys, I'm addicted to this fantasy hockey stuff. I'm always on the app. It'll get approved as soon as I see it. So Don't
I
worry
like
about it.
this. I like to say about this trade though, before we move on. I picked up Campbell at the deadline for a 10th round pick last year, and then I just felt he's so unproven, and to get a return like that for a guy who's such a small sample size, like Gibson's a lot more proven than him. So I thought the return was way better than the risk. So
Let's keep in mind, week one, someone said one trade doesn't set the precedent, doesn't set the market. I don't know. You saw that Gibson move. Well, first of all, you saw the Markstrom move, and it's escalated from there to include a seventh with that sixth. And that's not even the last one. We're going to see another one with coming up with another goalie move right now, actually.
yeah.
This all happened in about 26 hours from each other, it looks like. The first trade, Gibson, happened, it was on the 10th. So it was like 48 hours apart. These three big goalie trades. So busy week for goalies in our league. But Daltrey finally picking up a starting goalie. I know he really didn't want to move Rantanen, but you got to move something to get something, right?
Apparently,
Yeah. So I think this is a big return, right? Matt Murray, Rantanen, a 6th and a 7th go to Pacioretty. Larkin, Saros, a 13th and a 17th to Daltrey. What do you think of this?
I was in on this trade. I was talking it up too, and I know the
You weren't
asking
the only
price.
two. There was
Yeah, I
a
know.
lot of people acquiring.
And the asking price was not that much, and I could have maybe earlier in the day, but whenever I was told the price there, I was like, I can't meet that. That's a lot. But a young goalie for Nashville who's doing really well, like Daltrey, needed that to fill that void, and he did it. So he's paying the price, and Saros had a good first game for him as well. But what do you think?
I like Rantanen, but to
Yeah.
me, I looked at the stats. Rantanen is a point a game, not even a point a game in his career, right? So a point a game versus a young starting goalie in a league where a third of our stats are goalie stats. Like, it was a no brainer for me. I'd pay that price if I was
Yeah.
in his shoes. I think it's a good move. Saros has quietly good numbers. Like, you don't hear a lot about Saros,
And he's only 26.
but his numbers are strong. Like,
Yeah. And
so.
Nashville knows they keep their goalies for a long time. Like you
Mhm.
see it with Rene too, right?
Yeah,
Vaughn.
Rene till he retired.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
And then, here's Saros coming in. Like,
Yeah.
no, I really like this deal for Daltrey. I don't hate it for Patch either. He got a good return.
No,
Like a great return. He has Rantanen and Landeskog he can pair up now.
exactly. Yeah. And he has a good goalie situation, right? He has Ned
Yeah,
over there.
he still
He
has
has
Ned
Lily
and
in
Mers.
Detroit. Exactly. Yep.
I think, and now Murray. He's got Murray now. Can't go wrong with Murray.
Haha.
But no,
Somebody paid a lot.
great
Yeah.
move. I'm happy that Daltrey finally pulled the trigger on it. I've been ribbing him for, I don't know, like 4 seasons about getting a goalie. But I think now Saros and Grubauer will be a good duo for him. The only thing that sucks for Grubauer is he's in an expansion team, so not the most
Yeah.
ideal scenario, but he's still the starter there, and he's not putting up terrible numbers. Just they're
No,
not a great team.
yeah, he's doing a little bit better than he started the season. So
I think that was to be expected. Like,
yeah.
expansion team comes in, like, oh, let's play together. We're all come from different teams, different styles here. Like, no, they had to find their groove. Small time trade made here. Arthur Kaliev and a 13th, your 13th, going to Hockey Balboa for Sergachev and a 16th, going to Clefbaum.
Good on Braden. He said he wanted a 13th for him in the chat, and then that's what he got. So clearly he was okay with letting him go, and he picked up a D-man right after. So good on him getting the pickup grade.
Yeah.
Kyle, I'm not sure why Kyle's going and buying. He's a good D-man, but like I don't think he'll ever be keeper worthy for him.
No.
I don't know. He could break out, but I feel like he would have by now, especially on a team like Tampa.
But if he picks up, then you can remove him,
Yeah, I
right?
guess
So you move
an
him again,
investment.
send him somewhere. Who knows?
Yep.
Speaking of Clefbaum, made another trade. He received Voracek and I received Goodrow.
What was
I guess
your
I'll tell you
thought
about
process
both.
in that one? Yeah.
So, points, I don't know. Not my thing this year. I was looking for a little more grind. I actually pretty much had this deal in place midweek, and I said I just don't know the logistics, like who I get rid of to make room. So Voracek had 10 assists in 10 games, so point a game player, no goals. I move
He
him
did
1-for-1
score.
for Gaudreau. He scored that night. I lose.
Yeah.
I get a tie by 1 goal.
That's true, eh? And that was like his only game of the week, wasn't it? Like he didn't play till Friday too.
He played Friday and then yesterday. So I had him in the game Friday, got me an assist. And Saturday's game, he got the goal. But I wanted a little more grit, and Gaudreau was a good fit. I felt my player had a little more value. So because of that, he agreed to do just 1-for-1. He still has more value, really.
I agree. I feel like he can flip him for something now.
Yeah.
Too. I think
I
it's
paid a
good trade for
14th,
both.
I think, for him, a 14th for a 16th trade earlier this season. I feel Gaudreau fits more on what my team is about. I got a lot grittier this week, so yeah. Well, what do you think of that trade?
No, I like it. I think it fits both your teams well. Like he can just flip them. I feel like
Yeah.
he's a guy that I was interested in him earlier in the week. So like he's a guy that people will have interest in, I think.
He's a guy who quietly puts up good numbers. He was on my
Yeah, he's
team all year
reliable.
last year and did what he needed to do. Put up points when I needed them. But yeah, I'm hoping other guys will do that this year. So last trade of the week actually also played a factor into the result of my matchup here. Bernier in an 11th went to Dan for Georgiev and 18th to Neil.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was a clutch pickup for Neil, and 11th is quite hefty to pay, but I guess he wants the Rangers duo.
If he's keeping him, then yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, if you're going to keep him for a while, then yeah, exactly. And to give up Bernier, who just picked up on waivers, though. So good on Dan again, building up in the draft again. Another pretty good pick upgrade.
Bernier, who played though today.
Yeah, Bernier. Yeah, he did step in late in the game, eh?
Yeah, it looks like Blackwood left with injury.
Yeah, I saw that he went to day. I heard.
So he got in. Maybe if Blackwood was in for the shootout, different result.
Oh,
was it Kreider? Did Kreider hit him?
I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised. It could be Kreider.
Yep.
But I thought that was a good trade for him. Clutch trade. Long-term effects. If it was just to get a point out of me, like, no, that doesn't make sense. Like, it has to be because he wants to keep the duo, which makes perfect sense to me. Rangers have been playing pretty good for the most part, and
yeah,
you want that duo. So that was the last trade.
that was.
Let's talk about next week, or this week, I guess now, right? We're after midnight. Let's see here. We got some preview. And we also got Lynn's prediction here, right? So
Exactly.
there we go. All right. So first matchup we're going to talk about here. We have Saucier Pass versus the Baltimore Orioles. Now, Lynn heavily favors you. That's because she's known you longer.
That's true.
So she predicts 10-5 in your favor. What do you think about your matchup this week?
I think if you look at the numbers, it says the story. Like he has a lot more goalies. He's gonna get more saves. My goalies have been playing better, but different goalie situation now than the last 5 weeks though. But I'm gonna take myself going into this week. I'm liking the looks of my team.
I feel Travis is. It might be his time now. He only has one injury left, and it's Patches. Everyone else is back. I'm not saying they're playing great, but a couple of them were in COVID protocols, so it might have just taken them a few games to get under their belt. I need to start making some ground in these predictions, and I think one way is to go against the grain. And I think I'm going to pick Travis to get his first win. It helps for me that you don't have Campbell anymore, who has done a lot of heavy lifting for your goalies this year.
He has done well for me. Yep.
And now that he's healthy, I don't know. I think he's gonna do damage one week, and I'm hoping it's this week because I think most people are gonna go with you. And I'm hoping that he pulls it out. But if he doesn't, oh well, whatever. I'm gonna end up 50-50 anyway. What we got here? Matchup 2. Le Champion. Oh, I didn't switch it.
Yeah.
Click on it. Maybe I can't switch it. I don't think I can switch it, buddy.
You can't switch it, eh?
I can't because I don't have Excel. I'm limited.
All right then.
I want to know what Lynn thinks of me.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it going.
You get going, and we'll switch the screen share. Technical difficulties, guys. I don't want to pay $100 for Excel when I don't use it really.
You gotta stop sharing then.
Yeah. All right.
Editing. There you can see it.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to match 2. Le Champion against the captain.
Lynn just likes you better.
Gotta wait. I got my ways with her.
As is the whole team.
What do you think of this one? You against Captain Control.
Well, I like that Lynn is in my favor here. Thank you, Lynn. Lynn predicts 10-4. I'm gonna say myself, I feel like a whole new team lately with these new additions. So I'm feeling good. I don't know what's going on with Captain Crunch's goalies. He is San Jose duo. I don't know. I think I'm gonna take it to him this week. What do you think?
Yeah, this is a hard one to tell. You've made some additions here. I'm going to go for you just because I think a lot of people are going to keep the guy who's going undefeated. So hopefully this make up some ground in the rank. Well, let me catch up to Daltrey in the rankings here. But yeah,
that's what really matters. These predictions, right? You want to catch people where you think you can. But
it does matter. Yeah.
So it looks like me, you, and Lynn, all for me.
Sounds good.
Team Ramrod. What we got here? Matchup 3. I got canceled versus the whole shaft. Lynn seems to favor the whole shaft, which we knew for a long time. 8-6. 8-6 inches, and she is happy. Why don't you tell me, what do you think about this matchup?
Yeah, this is gonna be a good one. I think Nick just got Gibson there, so good timing with Holtby day to day. But I think Nick's gonna take it this week. It's gonna be a close one, but what do you think?
I kind of agree. Gibson Vast duo is pretty dangerous. Although I think Anaheim only has 2 games this week. But he also has Leon, who's been on fire, right? You can't discount Leon. So
I was looking at his stats, like Leon's stats, and it's just so funny because you see so many points in every game, And it's just like, I wish anybody on my team would perform like that. Like it's something you don't see, just so
No,
consistent. Like you'll see with McDavid, obviously, but yeah, like it's
that's
can't
it.
discount a guy like that.
Yeah, I think he's gonna. I think he has the edge there. I think he's gonna take it. I'm in agreement with you and Lynn.
Again.
Again, that's 2 in a row. I don't like it. Let's switch it up here. What we got?
Oh,
Oh, Lynn picking a tie. Ballsy. Whew. Picking a tie between Cherry, picking Daddy. Pat, you ready to rumble. What do you think is gonna happen here?
I'm gonna go with Chair Picking Daddy on this one. Patch Ready and what did he get his first win this week? Was it a win
Oh,
or
tied.
tie? Tied. Yeah. And I just think Kyle's gonna have the better offense here. Even though they were the reason he didn't win last week, but it's a hard one to tell. What do you think?
I'm with you. Patch has just got Crosby back. He's got 2 solid goalies, but Cherry has Scary Terry. Scary Terry has been great for Anaheim. I'm looking at his goalies. I like his goalie situation. Koskinen for a 9th is like gold right now. Mike Smith suffered a setback in practice the other day, so he's going to be out a little longer. This is probably not helping Sean. He's got a little egg on his face from that deal, I think. So I love it, Sean. Doesn't make trades, and when he does, they go bad.
And then it's Kyle who beat him.
Yeah,
2 weeks ago
because of Koskinen. Like,
yeah,
I love it. These stories don't write themselves, you know. I'll go with Cherry. I think you and I are in agreement. Cherry picking Daddy. Yeah.
Lynn is not.
She thinks it's gonna be tied. You know, good for her. Oh, Lynn. Lynn thinks
This is
Hockey Balboa will defeat Dull Try the Beef 8-5. Ooh, Lynn smells upset. What do you think?
I think this is this could be a good matchup because 2 guys who just paid a lot of money for a goalie going head to head. It's hard to say. Braden has a lot of injuries right now, but he's had injuries all season, and his numbers are showing like that. You know, I'm gonna go with Braden on this one. I think he's gonna get the first win of the year. I do. Ooh. I played Daltrey 2 weeks ago, and I wasn't very impressed. So,
as unimpressive as Daltrey's team is, I think I'm gonna pick him. He's only really missing McKinnon, which is a huge piece to be missing.
And Rantanen now.
Rantanen, a point a game. But yeah, I'm still gonna choose Daltrey. I just don't respect Braden's team yet. He hasn't shown that he can get that win, or shows that he can. At least he got close this week. He got 2 ties, right? So I don't know. Yeah. I just feel Daltrey's gonna take it.
All right, we'll see.
We will.
I don't argue with Lynn, I guess. Oh, here we go. Got off my grass. Projected 9-6. Went over Clef bombed. You know what? I don't disagree with this one. I like this one. I feel like Dan is the better team, but he just sold a few players, but I feel like Clefbaum also has been performing better than expected. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Dan on this one too.
Yeah, I can't disagree with Lynn here. I think Dan's team is better, even though he has made a few deals. I think he's gonna be the winner this week. Nothing really against Clefbaum. I don't mind his team. No, I just think Dan's is better.
Yeah, and Kylie just hasn't started the right goalies.
So doesn't even start them.
You got to consider that in your predictions.
It's fair. Cost him a week. Ooh. Oh, number 7 here. This is the first lopsided one for Lynn today. It looks like she thinks Mark is going to take it to Tyler, 13-2. Ooh, what do you think?
Yeah, I think this is a tough one. They're both not very high in the rankings here, but Gibson's gone, but he picked up Quick, who got him a shutout the next night. So you know what? I'm going to keep going with Mark here. He got me the win last week too.
Got those Florida boys.
And Tyler's very healthy. The team's not very healthy right now still. So
You know, his team's not healthy, but he's holding in there.
he's putting up his fight, but
He does have his Dallas hit line. He's got that whole line in
that's
Dallas.
real.
He's got Hyman in Edmonton, who is just like, yes, I'll take some points from you, Leon and Connor. Like,
Playing well. Holy yeah. 8 goals.
I think I'm gonna go off the board here, and I'm gonna pick Tyler.
Off the board, going against Lynn
Screw
again.
you, hippie. Screw you.
All right, last matchup here.
This is a big one.
Oh,
Charlie Browns versus Suck My Ojic. Lynn predicts a tie. What do you think?
this is another big matchup. Sean, are you gonna get back in the win column? I think so. He put up a huge fight this week. I'm gonna go with Sean on this one. Neil hasn't had a loss yet, but this is a tough one. I think Sean's players are gonna be the better.
Oh, this is gonna be a really interesting one. I'm not gonna disagree with Lynn. I'm gonna go with the tie.
Oh, going off the board again with a tie.
Whatever. I just feel like it's a good chance it could be a tie. So I'm gonna stick with that.
Not gonna
Both
make
good
enemies.
teams. Both good
Yeah, they
teams.
are.
So it could go either way, really. So I'm gonna say it'll go both ways. Well, I think that covers it. Not that bad, you know. New format, little technical difficulties here and there. I'll have to find maybe a pirated edition of Excel, or no. We'll work it out in a way that it'll work. So don't worry about that. But I think it was a great week. Again, like probably the best week we've seen in the league, competitiveness at least. I've never seen so many close matchups. I mean, 3 ties in a week. I think we had 2 in 1 week last year, and we were amazed, like, wow, as if that happened. But to see 3 ties and then like 2 or 3 other matches by 1 point, like this week really could have easily been reversed. Like,
yeah, I bear this great by with my win.
yeah, it's a big win. Big win. Taking down the weak Charlie Browns. Maybe he's just not good at regular season or playoffs anymore. I don't know. I guess we'll see, Sean. I guess we'll see. Because this week, after you have Suck My Ojic, you have Ramrod. So great week though, everyone. I'm glad. This is what I want to see out of the league personally. I want to see it being really competitive. I want to see everyone involved. Big trades being made. Like the league's been exciting this year.
I think some of those teams are realizing now after a few years that the keeper is that important. So now the price is getting upped. But if you're getting a guy for 4 or 5 years,
that's it.
What's a 6th, 7th, and a good player?
Right? Yeah, you sacrifice 1 draft essentially to get the better upgrade. So
exactly.
Nope, the league's getting tight, so that's what we want. So yeah, thanks everyone for actually participating, making this great league. I'm having a lot of fun in it. Shout out to my random subscribers. Got some notifications that I have some randoms that are in the league that are following us. So hey guys, welcome. Take all our advice. Enjoy our antics here while we trash talk each other and pretty much laugh.
Going down, Travis. You're going down, Travis.
He might. He probably will. I don't know, but I'm hoping not. I'm hoping not against the grain. Well, thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back again next week with week 6 results. Obviously, there's going to be some trades because it's not deadline yet. So our league always has trades.
When is it going to stop? When is it going to stop? Like it's last year, it just hasn't stopped.
Yeah.
Like I love
People are bored. Like let's make a trade. Let's make a trade. Tired of being at home. Let's make a trade. But no, again, thanks for watching, guys. We're going to cover that. We'll have week 7 previews. Yeah, good luck this week. And again, thanks for joining me, Corey.
Have a good night, guys.